The sky shimmered, casting an ethereal glow that seemed almost otherworldly. It was as if the heavens themselves were trying to communicate, sending a message through the shimmering light. A bright light, like 1,000 suns, filled the sky. It was blinding, overwhelming, and impossible to ignore. The intensity of the light was such that it seemed to pierce through the very fabric of reality, creating an almost surreal atmosphere. It happened without warning, a sudden tear in the fabric of the everyday. One moment everything was normal, and the next the sky was ablaze with an unearthly light. It was as if the universe had decided to reveal a hidden truth, a secret that had been kept for eons. People stopped pointing at the sky. Conversations halted mid-sentence, and all eyes turned upwards. There was a collective gasp, a moment of shared astonishment and disbelief. The world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for what would come next. This was not a natural phenomenon. It defied all logic and understanding. The light was too bright, too intense, too deliberate. It was as if some higher power had decided to make its presence known in the most dramatic way possible. This was something else, something terrifying. Fear spread like wildfire through the crowd. Faces that had been filled with curiosity and wonder were now etched with terror. The unknown had a way of doing that, of turning awe into fear in an instant. The light faded. A massive silver disc hung in the air, casting an ominous shadow over the city below. It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before, a sight that seemed to come straight out of a science fiction movie. The sheer size of the object was staggering, and its presence was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. People gasped, fear etched on their faces. The reality of the situation was sinking in, and with it came a wave of panic. What did this mean? What was going to happen next? The questions hung in the air, unanswered and unsettling. The object was alien, its smooth metallic surface reflecting the setting sun with an eerie glow. It was a sight that defied explanation, a mystery that begged to be solved. The metallic surface was flawless, almost too perfect, and it seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. What was it? Where did it come from? These questions echoed in the minds of everyone who witnessed the event. The sky had been transformed into a canvas of mystery and wonder, and the answers seemed just out of reach. The arrival of this object marked the beginning of something new, something that would change the world forever. Panic erupted. People ran, screaming through the streets. Cars collided, horns blaring in a symphony of chaos. The order crumbled, replaced by primal fear. The unknown was here, and it was terrifying. Governments scrambled, trying to understand the situation. Was this an invasion? A visit? It was too early to tell. The world held its breath, united in fear and uncertainty. The arrival of the unknown had thrown the world into disarray. Not quite. Attempts at communication were met with silence. The alien ship remained motionless, a silent menace hanging over the planet. The silence was deafening, more terrifying than any roar could ever be. What were they waiting for? Then it happened. A beam of intense energy shot down from the sky, vaporizing a military base in an instant. It was a declaration of war, a brutal display of power. We were not alone, and we were not safe. The attacks were swift, brutal, and merciless. Cities crumbled under the onslaught of the alien weaponry. Their technology, far superior to ours, cut through our defenses like a hot knife through butter. Each blast brought more devastation, pushing humanity closer to the brink. The world watched in horror as familiar landmarks were reduced to rubble. The Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the Taj Mahal, all gone, wiped out in the blink of an eye. The aliens were systematic in their destruction, targeting symbols of human achievement. Amidst the despair, stories of resistance emerged. Small groups, armed with courage and desperation, fought back. They were outmatched, outgunned, but not out of spirit. Their bravery, a beacon of hope in the face of overwhelming odds. Scientists worked tirelessly, trying to understand the alien technology, to find a weakness. Every moment was a race against time, every breakthrough a potential turning point. The fate of humanity rested on their shoulders. Section 6. Fighting Back, a Global Alliance? Old rivalries were forgotten in the face of a common enemy. For the first time in human history, the world stood united. Resources were pooled, strategies shared, and a unified command established. The survival of humanity depended on it. But the aliens were relentless. Their attacks continued, each one a devastating blow to the morale of the defenders. The question was not if they could be stopped, but how many lives would be lost before that happened. Section 7. The price of survival. The cost of war was high. Millions were dead. Cities lay in ruins. The once thriving metropolises, bustling with life and energy, were now nothing more than ghost towns. Streets that were once filled with the laughter of children and the hum of daily life were now silent, echoing only with the memories of what once was. The devastation was not just physical, but emotional, a deep scar on the collective psyche of humanity. The survivors lived in constant fear, haunted by the memories of what they had lost. Every corner, every shadow held a reminder of the loved ones they would never see again. The nights were the hardest, filled with nightmares and the distant sounds of conflict. They clung to each other for comfort, finding solace in shared grief and the faint hope that tomorrow might bring a better day. The ruins they hid in were both a sanctuary and a prison, a place where they could momentarily escape the horrors outside but never truly forget them. The planet itself bore the scars of the conflict, a grim reminder of the alien invasion. The once lush landscapes were now barren and desolate, marked by craters and the remnants of alien technology. Rivers ran red with the blood of countless battles, and the air was thick with the smell of smoke and decay. Nature itself seemed to mourn the loss, with trees standing like skeletal sentinels over the graves of the fallen. The earth was a silent witness to the atrocities committed, a testament to the resilience and the suffering of its inhabitants. Yet humanity endured. The will to survive, to protect their home, burned brighter than ever. In the face of overwhelming odds, they found strength in unity. Communities came together, pooling their resources and skills to rebuild what they could. They shared stories of hope and resilience, reminding each other of the strength that lay within. The human spirit, though battered and bruised, was unbroken. It was in these moments of solidarity that they found the courage to face another day, to keep fighting for a future that seemed increasingly uncertain. In the darkest hour, when all hope seemed lost, the human spirit refused to be extinguished. They looked to the horizon, searching for any sign of light amidst the darkness. Each dawn brought a new sense of determination, a renewed commitment to fight for their survival. They were driven by the memories of those they had lost, by the desire to create a world where future generations could live in peace. Their faces, though marked by hardship, shone with an inner strength that no enemy could destroy. They were the embodiment of resilience, a testament to the unyielding nature of the human soul. They would fight for their loved ones, for their planet, for their future. Armed with makeshift weapons and an unbreakable resolve, they stood ready to defend what little remained. They strategized, planned and prepared, knowing that the road ahead would be fraught with danger. But they were undeterred. Their eyes were set on the horizon, their hearts filled with the hope of a better tomorrow. They fought not just for survival, but for the chance to rebuild, to reclaim their world from the ashes of destruction. In their unity, they found the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead, determined to carve out a future where humanity could once again thrive. Section 8. Turning the tide, a breakthrough. A young scientist working tirelessly in a makeshift lab discovered a flaw in the alien armor. There was a chance, a slim one, to turn the tide. The news spread like wildfire, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of the weary defenders. A plan was formulated, a desperate gamble to exploit the alien weakness. It was a long shot, a roll of the dice, but it was the best chance they had. The fate of humanity rested on this one desperate gamble. Section 9. A new dawn. The final battle was fierce, a desperate struggle for survival. The air was thick with the acrid smell of smoke and the deafening sounds of warfare. Explosions lit up the sky, casting eerie shadows on the ground below. The clash of metal and the whir of alien technology created a symphony of chaos. Soldiers, both human and alien, fought with a relentless determination, each side unwilling to yield. The battlefield was a testament to the sheer willpower and resilience of those who fought, their faces etched with the strain of battle. The fate of humanity hung in the balance as the earth shook under the might of the alien onslaught. Cities that once stood tall and proud were now reduced to rubble, their structures crumbling under the relentless assault. The ground trembled with each explosion, sending shockwaves through the hearts of those who witnessed the devastation. Families huddled together in makeshift shelters, their eyes filled with fear and uncertainty. The world as they knew it was on the brink of collapse, and the hope for a brighter future seemed to be slipping away with each passing moment. But this time, humanity fought back with a newfound ferocity, fueled by hope and desperation. The human spirit, unbroken and unyielding, rose to the challenge. Soldiers, driven by the desire to protect their loved ones and reclaim their world, launched a counterattack with unparalleled vigor. They moved with precision and purpose, their every action a testament to their unwavering resolve. The battle was fierce, but the determination in their eyes burned brighter than the fires that raged around them. They knew that this was their last stand, and they were prepared to give everything they had. The tide began to turn. Slowly but surely, the humans began to gain ground. Their strategies, honed through countless battles, started to pay off. They exploited the weaknesses of their alien adversaries, turning the tide of the battle in their favor. The once overwhelming alien forces now found themselves on the defensive, struggling to maintain their foothold. The battlefield, once dominated by the alien invaders, now saw the humans advancing with renewed vigor. It was a sight that filled the hearts of many with hope, a glimmer of light in the darkest of times. The aliens, caught off guard by the humans' newfound resolve and their knowledge of their weakness, found themselves on the defensive. Their once coordinated attacks now seemed disjointed and chaotic. The humans, seizing the opportunity, pressed their advantage, pushing the alien forces back. The battlefield was a chaotic dance of retreat and advance, with the humans steadily gaining the upper hand. The alien commanders, once confident in their superiority, now faced the grim reality of defeat. The tables had turned, and the humans were determined to see this battle through to the end. Could this be the turning point? The question lingered in the minds of all who fought. The pivotal moment in the battle had arrived, and the outcome was still uncertain. Soldiers on both sides fought with everything they had, their determination unwavering. The battlefield was a scene of dramatic intensity, with every moment carrying the weight of the future. The humans, driven by the hope of victory, pushed forward with relentless determination. The aliens, now on the back foot, struggled to regroup and mount a counteroffensive. The tension was palpable, and the stakes had never been higher. Could humanity actually win this war? The thought echoed in the minds of the soldiers as they held their ground. The battle raged on, with neither side willing to concede. The humans, fueled by the hope of a brighter future, fought with a tenacity that surprised even themselves. The aliens, though formidable, were now facing an enemy that refused to back down. The outcome of the war hung in the balance, and every action taken on the battlefield could tip the scales. The soldiers, their faces set with determination, knew that the fate of humanity rested on their shoulders. The answer for now remained shrouded in the fog of war. The battlefield, covered in smoke and chaos, was a testament to the uncertainty of the times. Soldiers looked into the distance, their eyes searching for signs of hope. The war was far from over, and the path to victory was fraught with challenges. But amidst the chaos, there was a glimmer of hope. The human spirit, unbroken and resilient, continued to fight on. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: humanity would not go down without a fight. The dawn of a new era was on the horizon, and the outcome of this battle would determine the fate of the world.